this is Ali Reza. In this episode we will start with forking to a new repository. This is Mal's score, okay? This is Ordinasty's mod. Now here I have it forked, but let's go into my repositories and let's see, where is it? Mal's score, into settings. This is how you get rid of a repository, and this is Mal's core. Okay, and delete it because I want to fork it now. Okay, and when I'm done, if you go into my repositories, there is no Mal's score anymore. Okay, you won't see it anywhere. So now we want to fork to this guy. So fork, and we say fork to me. Okay, and we have a copy of the recent Mal's score. We go into source tree, and I will add it inside mine, and I will say, okay, where is my repositories? Minecraft, mine, and I should remove this guy, and Mal's score. Select and clone. Few minutes later or a few seconds later, depending on your internet speed, you would have a copy of that core mod inside your own local drive. Well, why do I do that? Why should I do that? Many developers don't like to let you have direct access to their repository, okay? And well, if you want to add something to their mod, they won't accept it unless you have forked it on your own repository, tweaked it, and then pushing a pull request. Okay? We will see how this works as soon as I get this repository done. Come on. Now, in the time it's doing its job, we need to do some stuff of our own, and that is going into our projects, repositories, Minecraft mine, Mal's score. This is one of it, and I want a copy of my stuff inside other project. That is JPiston mod. What do I need is Gradle, and my batch files. And no, not Maven, because I'm not sure if he has Maven or not, and Gradle W. Okay, the rest should come by him. There we go, we have a copy. Okay, so where is that copy? Well, inside our folder. Now we see that he has the Gradle, so I don't need the Gradle itself, but the rest can be copied here. Copy. Be careful not to copy this build.gradle. It's his, and you don't want to tweak with that, okay? Now we say tasks, and of course I should see my tasks, or none, because, well, when you saw that, it means that his Gradle wrapper is different from mine. What did I miss? Gradle. Okay, I'll copy mine, no matter what. Copy it here. Yes, yes. And the Gradle wrapper, and of course everything. And sorry, I forgot something. You need to put this build here too, okay? That contains some libraries. And now if I run tasks, it shouldn't download because I forgot to move this build here. Come on. There we go. And we failed. Why we failed? Well, let's take a look. Minecraft mouse score build Gradle line 89. What went wrong? Evaluating root project manager score. 89. Okay. It's not that line. It's this line. It's upsold. I'm telling you. And he is using Minecraft Forge version 12.08 because that's the stable release. That's the recommended release, whatever you name it. Okay, so try it again. And there we go. And again, we failed. Again, taking a look. Okay, do we have the project file? No! That's one problem there. We don't have that from the repo. I need to yell at Ordi now. Project version. Huh. Oh, okay. So, what is the problem? Well, of course, we don't want the Maven part because we are not pushing the mod to the Maven. Let's try it again. And what am I doing? I need tasks. Do I have the tasks at all? Yeah. And the clean now. Come on. Come on. Come on. So we removed the Maven part and it worked. Now decomping the workspace, this should be fast. And come on, where was it? I'm fiddling with my uh, second monitor for its brightness, contrast, stuff like that in the time being. I don't like it. Oh yeah, now it's much better. Okay, there we go. Come on, finish. Come on. So as you see, now I'm using another repository from another guy that is completely depending on another version of of Forge. And yeah, his versions, his stuff. I won't change them because honestly, well, this was corrected. Honestly, we don't need that to be changed. Come on, okay. And yeah, compile already. Come on, the weight is killing me. Okay, and don't want that. Don't want this. Okay, success. And the last part, of course, is building our workspace. This one is very fast, I'm sure of that. Ah, no, that's true. Cleaning the idea. Okay. I thought I ran the previous command again. And now, coming back, I don't want to let build Gradle go there because we'll try to fork later. Sorry, we will try to merge later, so I will... Come on. Can't I ignore it? Okay. So at least I should ignore these batch files. And ignore with file extension bat. Ignore this guy. I can't ignore that one. Ignore this with this extension. Ignore this with this extension. And we can't ignore these guys because they are already inside our repository. And we built successful. Okay, so no other file. Nice. Now I need to open the project. So open project, not from here, site here, repository, Minecraft, mine, and this time Melzy score. Okay. And the project should be opened very soon. No class definition found. Whatever. Come on. There we go. We have it. Come down. Okay. So we go into source and we go into, wow, come on, window, view, tool window, project. Okay, there. Now, this is uh, the stuff from analysis score. I don't want to change any of that. Inside utils, do we have any mathematical utils? No. So inside utility, first of all, let me see if he has item utils, mouse button, multi-block, NBT, point, ray trace, render helper, render system, tile entity, vector, and what is vector? He's defining the vector by himself, and we don't need that, but he is using it anyway. So I want to tweak that. I will add new Java class, calling it log, okay? And if you recall from my tutorials, I will just copy paste mine here, Control V, and yeah. Okay, and we don't have the reference mod name. How should we solve this? Well, does he has any reference to his analysis score? Yeah, mod ID here, so we should say analysis, come on, Mali with capital M, Mali score dot mod ID. There we go. Okay, so first we hooked our log utility there. Then I will add a package called math. Okay, in package.com math I will add a new Java class. Ouch! That Java class will have different stuff. One of them is, sorry, two Java classes. One of them is constraint value. Okay. Another is, I think, factorial. And finally, the last one. Come on, if I find it, yeah. It's binomial coefficient. Okay. Let's start with constraint values. What I'm going to do is something like this. First, come down. Thank you. Like this, okay? And this says, okay, I have a value, a minimum, and a maximum. I want it to be restricted inside the minimum and maximum. Then I will say, let's make it constraint. There we go. And this is constraint again. And I'm just reading different types of numbers, putting them there, and then recalling the original one time and time again. For example, this is the double array, and I'm defining an array, and then in each index, I just constrain the index to the same array. Stuff like that. Those are simple math. There we go. And I never liked this thing being there. I can't track my stuff there. And next, well, let's finish this guy. There. And I think I can change this name now to what the heck. Alt F6, Shift X6, I will say calculate. Okay. and I wanted to rename this guy too. I need to import my mappings again. Alt F6 and I say calculate. Okay, so I will just copy and paste. And there we go. So this is our section for doubles. Okay, I'm writing many overrides, just that's the case. So, and region, and this is double. Okay, that's it. Next, we will go for integers. Same deal, same stuff, you know, just want the name to be calculate. So again, this is calculate. Okay, so what I'm doing again, I'm reading an array and sending different stuff to the same constructor. That's it. And then regioning it for saying int and closing it. After int, we want our floats and again these are naming calculate. There we go. And these are floats. And closing that. And after that, we will start with more stuff that comes from OpenGL, like vector2f, vector3f, and vector4f. So Control C, Control V, and as you can see, it's LWJGL vector2f. And of course, now we have a problem. Did I import the wrong thing? No. Import vector2f. Okay, what's the problem? Oh yeah, we changed the name to calculate because now we are just calling the upper ones from, as you can see, these are we are sending whatever these numbers are. I think they are floats, but meh. So yeah, that was the problem. So I'm just depending on the previous constructions of my own method and putting more overrides just to make my life easier later. So we call it vector2f and we close that. Then vector2f, vector3f, Control C, Control V, and OK. And again, we need to change this to calculate. So there we go. And did I forget something? Because I saw that constraint value was white there. Let's take a look at the method names and Control Shift T, these are end region, these are vector3f, close that. No, not here. here, not here, double, nothing here, okay, nothing here, okay, and finally vector 4f. So Control C and Control V and vector 4f. Of course, we need the name of the calculate. Putting it here. So as you see, the first overload, I'm just calculating the names separately, but in next overloads, I'm calling the same overload from the same stuff, okay? There we go. So we got our constraint value method covered, and this is vector 4f, okay? There we go. Now I want to go into factorial because factorial is really easy. And we go with one go like this and Control V. So what is the factorial? Well, we say we want n factorial. N factorial is equals to 1 multiplied 2 multiplied, multiplied 3, other, multiplied n, okay? This is factorial from mathematics. So what I'm doing, I'm just looping and multiplying itself by the index and then going for integer, float, and double. Okay? This is factorial. Now, on the other hand, binomial coefficiency, well, it's very easy actually. We get n and I. Then we get the factorial calculation on n divided by these two, okay? So we calculate the I factorial n minus I factorial, and we divide n by the sum of these multiplication. This is a binomial coefficiency. You can search it on wiki. So we have that one. And by that our mathematics are done. Now, coming the interesting part. Renderer, animation element icon model preset. Let's ask him already, where should I put GL11 stuff? New package or one under renderer? Because after all, it's his core and I want to cooperate with him. Well, for time being, we can tweak it later. I make a package and call it GL11, okay? And in GL11, we are going to have another package for curves, and he will yell at me now because I forgot something very important. Come on, what did I do? No, come on. Come on. A new Java class. And call it, ouch. Yeah, like drawing lines by GL. And in curves, what the hell? Oh yeah. And in curves, I will have a Java class called draw and gone. Okay, can you please, please compact empty and uncompact empty? Yeah, I hate it. Okay, new package. Whatever. D. I will remove it. Like what? The what? Okay, this is funny. Ah, there we go. And I need to rename this guy to lowercase GL11. Yeah. Do refactor. Thank you. And here I will add a Java class calling it anti-aliasing double S. Then I will add another Java class called initialize for curves. And I will add a package now. And calling it curves. And again, lowercase. In curves, I will have draw and gone. Another for draw 2D. And one for drawing 3D. Draw 3D. Okay? Now let's go one by one. Anti-aliasing is fairly easy, but on top of every one of them, we want to import our static LWJGL. Okay. In anti-aliasing, well, we are starting to deal with OpenGL stuff. So first, public static, and I will call void enable. In enable, we will get integer line width. Okay, this is what we want to set. First things first. Well, we want to cast something here before starting doing anything, and I'm not sure how we should cast it, but let's start with GL enable. I hate this color. Enable GL underline blend. Okay, blend. Then we say GL enable and GL underline line smooth. Okay, and finally we say GL line width is equals to the line width we sent. And after that, we have, of course, disable. Disable. Did I correct it in disable? Okay. So, of course, we are disabling these guys. So, disable. And again, we are disabling the line smoothness. And we set the line width to the line width we sent, but if I can find a way to cache this line width later, I will cache it. That's an easier way. That's all the stuff we need in anti-aliasing. Now, initialize for curves. We say public void, and this should be static. Static void enable, but here we will say we get a boolean and we say, do we want to do stuff like on lighting, and we say GL disabled. What are you not happy about? Oh, of course, I forgot to import this guy there. So GDI disable. What we are going to disable is GI texture 2D because we are working now on initializing for curves. Okay. After that, we say if we want lighting, GL disable GL underline. Lighting, where are you? GL underline. Lighting. There we go. And then we say GL disable GL depth test. So we are not testing the GL depth, but I will ask for another boolean here, depth, and we say if depth. So if we want to disable the light, if we want to disable the depth, and of course I will add another boolean and I will call it texturing, and I will say if texturing, then we disable the texturing, and finally we say if we don't want the depth, then we want to disable one more thing, and that is just the disable GL depth mask to equals to false. Okay, and I think I can move it outside and we say it's equals to depth. That's simpler. Okay, now this is enable, this is disable. Okay, but now that I'm thinking about it, we are disabling stuff here. It would be better if we call this guy disable and this guy enable, so we enable stuff here. Enable and Control C, Control V, and Control V. Okay, now after all of that, I want to add something more, and that is GL color for F, and that is 1, 1, 1, 1. So we are setting the color filter to just make sure that everything we are drawing is the same color. Okay, now this is our initialization for curves. So when we go for curves, we want to disable stuff. When we are going outside the curves, we want to enable stuff. Okay, and then we go to our interesting part, that draw endgame. Well, here we will start with some private variables. So private static float, and this is ng top, and it is float. Thank you. Then we will want ng left. Okay, and another one for ng wait, no, okay, delete, and I will call this guy 2D, so there is no depth. Okay, now we want a color, so it is am I recording at all? Yeah, so it is private static vector for F, and that is from LWJGL, and with this we call it color, ng color, and we instantiate it as new vector for F of 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, then we want our first two methods for coordinates. So it's this guy. So we are not setting the depth. We are just setting the left and top. Okay. Then we want our set color, and that would be this. And you see that math F is not existing anymore because we called it math, and remove this guy. And come on, math. And we need to address the proper one. Where is it now? Util, that, why are you not showing? Okay, we call this guy later. We call it math F. Okay, so if I call math F, why am I not seeing it? Come on, delete space. Math F dot constraint value dot calculate. What is your problem? Huh, this is interesting now. I'm not seeing this guy. Why is that? Why are you not importing stuff? What the hell? Math F. Oh, ha, I changed it. So this, okay? And now we get this. There we go. So we are constraining the color we sent in as vector 4. We are going to have another override for this guy now, and that is this. So we are constraining the color based on the colors. Calculate. Then you see I am making a vector 4, and well, we say if red is greater than 1, then we say red equals red divided by 256. Okay, and I will go for the same numbers on green. Blue. And alpha. Now I will do this multiple times, so I think the best way is to move it somewhere else. And it's the best way here. You'll say convert color. That's it. And in here we say public static vector for F, and we say it calculate. Okay, here I will accept a vector for F, calling it color, and come on, why are you not cooperating anyway? And I will add this guy here, but here we don't have red, so we say if color dot x, and then we say color dot x, color dot x, color dot y, color dot y, color dot y, and color.z, 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 and finally w. Okay? And after all of that, we return the color. That's one way of doing it. Another one is public static, again, vector for f, and you will see how I'm doing it now. Calculate, and we will get float. Oh, I forgot something. Color.w. Should we accept float or integers? Integer red, integer green, integer blue, integer alpha, and we send it to calculate new vector for f of red, green, and blue, and alpha. Okay, so I wrote another override, and we say vector for f temp, and here we say temp is equal to this, and Control Z, calculate, and at the end we return the temp. Okay, so now I can come back. Instead of this, I say convert color, and it's with capital C, convert color dot calculate, and we say red, green, blue, and alpha, and we want to make a vector for f of temp equals to this guy, and here instead of this we send the temp. Okay, so what is this? What is your problem? Oh, we are accepting floats, we want ints. Because honestly, no, yeah, that is the point. We can have floats because, yeah, these guys can be between 0 and 1 at the same time. So float, there we go. So what I did is just I checked if I'm sending the numbers based off 0 to 1 or 0 to 256, and then calculating the color as vector 4 and sending it back. So of course here we got a vector 4, and I want this to be calculated again because I'm not sure if the guy will send the correct thing here, but I will send the color as vector 4 this time. And here I'm using the color, so I can use color at the same time. Okay, and we set the color, and we set the coordinates. Then we start the job of drawing R and gone. So we say public static void draw, and in draw we accept a vector to f as our center, a float as our radius, an int as size, a float as angle of rotation, and float finally, sorry, angle of drawing, and finally the rotation angle. Okay? What we do here is first we check if sides is less than 3, then we make sides equals to 3. You guys that followed me on the Unity tutorial will recognize this part for some thing. So for yeah, there we go. For I equals to 0, I is less than sides, and I plus plus, that was interesting. So we make a double. Angle 1 equals to math, yeah, dot 2 radians, because all the calculations on sinus and cosinus is based on radians, and what we want is the angle that we gave in divided by sides. Yeah, you may notice it from my series on Unity. We are doing the same mathematics again, okay? So we multiply it by I, and we're adding our rotation. This is the basic mathematics, okay? And we get this, and we plus, we make it 2, angle 2, and we say multiply by I plus 1. There we go. Then we get 2 points, of course. So we say double x1 equals to math dot cosinus of angle 1, and we multiply it by radius. We go for x2 with angle 2. We go for y1 with angle 1, but this time we use the sine operation. And finally we go for y2. That is again sine, sorry, y2. That is the sine of angle 2. There we go. Now we need to define 2 points. Of course, that is vector 2f. Point 1 equals nu vector 2f. Now we cast it to float, and that is x1 comma and plus center dot x. Okay, and we go for y, so this is y1 and center y. We go for point 2. That will be x2 and y2. Now we are getting ready. We have all the things set. We say set, no. Okay, we need to wait because we need to draw curves. Now coming back to draw 2D, and here we will have 2 methods, 2 public classes, sorry, public static, or public, no, class, and we call it line, okay, and inside of that we say public static void set coordinates that will accept float, come on, float left and float top. And well, public class, class should be, this guy will be static, I think. Yeah. Okay. So inside the line, or I should say inside this guy at all, and the higher up, we say private, and this is static float. Come on. Line, no, SP left and SP top. Okay. Here we should be able to say SP left equals to left and SP top equals to top. Okay. And now that I'm thinking about it, we should rename these guys and add a 2D at the end. There we go. Now Control Z, Control Z. Come on. What is your problem? Shift F6, Control 2D. There we go. And Shift F6 and 2D. There we have it. Now, coming back to draw 2D, and of course I will add 2D to this stuff too, because they will have a corresponding 3D things too. So 2D and 2D. There we have the set coordinates. Then we want to have our set colors again. And if you go back, we have our set colors here. We can accept that. We paste it here. Yeah. But now we have SP color 2D, and we need to create the field for SP2, and it's there. Okay. And we move it one more above so all the methods can access it. And here we say this guy is equals to. There we go. Now finally we say public static void draw, and the draw will accept vector, come on, vector to f point 1 and the same thing but point 2. Control C, point 2. Okay. And here we say GL, and of course I forgot to import the static GL. So importing that. So we say GL push matrix. And remember, whenever we have the push matrix, we have the pop matrix. So pop matrix, not attribute, goddammit. Matrix. I can't read the colors correctly. So we say initialize for curves dot disabled. Now we have to define the texturing, that is true, the lighting, that is true, and the depth, that is true. Okay, because we are drawing the 2D. Then okay, then we say we want to say GL color for F, and here we say SP color 2D dot X, comma, Y, comma, Z, and finally W. So we are setting the color. Now we got two interesting things. Tessellator, okay? That is from Minecraft. It's a wrapper around GL stuff. Color equals to tessellator dot instance. Then we can say tessellator dot start drawing, and we want GL line strip. GL line strip means that we want to draw the lines. And why are you doing that? Tessellator dot, we add the first vertex, okay, that is SP left plus 0.1 dot x, comma, and 0.1 dot y, and this is SP top. Come on, SP top. We add a vertex and something that we need now, something that we need at the end, and I'm not sure what it is, but 0. It works. And now I will add 0.05f. This means that we will draw from the center of the pixel, okay, to the center of the pixel. We will add another point, and that is 0.2. Okay, and then we call tessellator dot draw. This will draw the line. Okay, and after all of them, we say initialize for curves dot enable, and again true, 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 and there we go. So this will draw a line from point 1 to point 2. Now we will add some more overrides for this to make our life more easier. Vector 2f, and of course this is called draw. And I will come back to these errors later. Okay, so what do we have here is what is your problem here? Vector 2f. So new, what the heck? New vector 2f and new vector 2f, and this guy is vector 2f. I'm not sure why it messed things up like that, but meh, who cares? And vector 2f, and oh yeah, more. Okay, and new, we want that part, we want this part. Okay, now I will rename these guys to correspond correctly. So this is, oh come on, okay, there we go. 0.1 x, 0.1 x. We want this guy to be 0.1 y and 0.2 x and 0.22 y. There we go. And what am I doing here? This is not the lines. These are for other stuff, if I'm correct. No, they are for lines. Yeah, and anti-aliasing and line width are not being used, but I should use them. So before drawing the line, we say anti-aliasing dot. Okay, we say if anti-aliased, then anti-aliasing dot enabled. After we enabled, what we want here is line width. And after we fix that, we say if anti-aliased, then we say anti-aliased anti-aliasing dot disabled with the line width for time being. So if we are anti-aliasing the line, we'll do that. And now here we want to say comma true, comma 1. Am I not? No. Sorry. So rename this guy to points y. Rename this guy to points x. So we are accepting the array there. Now I will go to the very first overload and I will accept these guys here too. Where was this guy? Okay. Yeah, Control C. And here we say Control V. So I will read this same line here. Control X, bring it in the top, Control V, and then reading it from here and pushing it at the end. Now I want to accept them again in different overloads. Control C, Control V, and we send the anti-aliased and line width. Okay. And we here send anti-aliased and line width. And here we want the same thing, and we send anti-aliased and line width. Okay. And these two are the same if you take a look. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm removing this guy. And I want more overloads. One of them is this. So we are reading it properly, anti-aliased and line width. And now, now I have them, but I want more overloads. Wow. Yeah, lots of overloads. Yeah, why not? It gives you flexibility. So here I will remove all of that. First part, I just want the line width, and I assume that if I don't send any anti-aliasing in, then we don't care for that. So draw, we say 0.1, 0.2, false, and line width. Okay? And here we remove the anti-aliasing again. So you see how easy it is to send more overrides. And what is the problem here? Oh yeah, because I'm duplicating them, okay? And I remove the anti-alias here. And we send false. And here we send the line width again. So here is false, okay? Then I will make another set of overrides. But here I will accept anti-alias only. And we call our draw with point 1, point 2 anti-alias, and we assume that we want the pixel width of 1. And here I will add it to 1. I will change it to 1. And finally, this guy that is sending again 1. So we are finished with our here. What am I doing? We don't want that. We want it here. 1. Okay? So we finished our draw to the line class. Don't forget that. We will have another class later, but now we can come back to our draw and go on 2D, and here we will call it. So we say draw 2D dot line dot, now we say set, come on, set coordinates of ng left 2D, ng left, ng top 2D, okay? Then we say again draw 2D dot line dot set color, and for color we send in our ng color, and I need to change this one to 2D too. So 2D, 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 and 2D. Okay, so we set the coordinates and the color. Now we say draw 2D dot line dot draw, and we send in point 1, comma, point 2. We want to be able to do the anti-aliasing, and 1. We are setting it ourselves, okay? Now I can have more and more overrides. Why not? Why not? So one of them is this guy. What am I doing? Well, basically I'm come on. We are getting a center, we are getting a radius, we are getting a side, and then what is your problem now? Oh yeah, we call the draw, and we say, hey, if it didn't send in any angle, then it's 36, rotation is 0. So this will be just drawing a circle for us, okay? With the center and radius and sides, whatever. And then Control C, Control V, no, and we say it's draw. So we say, do we have rotation? Sorry, we get a number, okay, here, and we say, is this number the rotation or it's the angle? If it's not the rotation, then it's the angle. if it's rotation, then it's 360, and that is the angle of rotation. And another one. No, thank you. Honestly, what is wrong with this vector 2f? Oh yeah, I'm importing the wrong one here. Vector 2f is LWJGL. That was the reason I got every goddamn thing there. Now what is your problem? What is your problem? Oh, the one in line is yeah, the same stuff here. Control S. Now we are golden. Now we don't. Now it won't ask for me time and time again. So here, what I'm doing, I'm giving only a rotation, and we don't get any boolean. So we say, okay, we know that we are drawing 360, so it's the rotation. Okay. And that is it. But now I can add more stuff. Now I have flexibility. What do I want to do? Is first I will add our boolean as anti-aliased. Aliased and with double S. And another integer as line width. Okay? So instead of all of that, I will just call, instead of all of this, I call draw, and we say center. You see now the things are coming up. So the one we want is this, and we send in true and 1, and we want to accept this guy, not in here, throw X, but in the top one, in here, Control V, and we here send the anti-alias and the line width. Now other ones, of course, we can get them here. We can get them here, here, and that was the here and here. Okay. And where am I derping? Okay. These guys are duplicates. Am I right? Yeah, these are duplicates. Okay, so here we send in our anti-aliased and line width. Here we send in our anti-aliased and line width, and anti-aliased and line width. Now I will have two more overrides for each one. Control C, Control V, and here we won't accept anti-aliased and only the line width. And if we are not sending in anti-aliased, I will call the same method. So draw, and what the hell is that? Control Z, draw, yeah, and we send center, comma, radius, comma, sides, comma, angle, comma, rotation, and here we go for the anti-alias, so it's false, and the line width is no, line width, and another one of these, and we remove the line width and we give anti-aliased, so boolean anti-aliased, and we remove the line width. So we say the line width will be 1 and anti-aliased will be anti-aliased. This is the 2. Now if I remove both, we will fall into this one, that we will have no anti-aliased, no line width, and we will send false here. Okay, for the next one, we will have 2 overrides. One of them has only anti-aliased, sorry, 3 overrides. So anti-aliased, and that will be line width 1. The other will be the line width without anti-aliased. So this guy will be false. Then we will have another one that has nothing in it. And here we send 1 and false. Okay. Now this guy. Oh, what is wrong with my spelling? Is it with 1S? Yeah. Okay. We say it's anti-aliased. Cancel. And okay, I will come back to the upper ones later, but Control C, Control V. Yeah. We remove the line width. We send in 1. We remove the anti-aliased. And we send false. And finally, without any of those 2. And we send in 1 and false. And 1. And I think I removed one thing here, one method here. Let me see. Control C, Control V. Yeah, I removed one by accident. So we add both of them on top. C, Control V. Not here, here, derp. There we go. And we send in anti-aliased and line width. And of course, this is draw. And draw. And you see that I have a duplication. Okay. Okay. You know why it's duplication? Because now it's accepting is rotation. Here is accepting anti-aliased. Now, and if we fall back, we have this guy here. Yeah. So we don't need this guy at all, after all. So we have multiple implementations of the same method with different intakes that would give us flexibility till yes do refactor. Till yes. Anti-Eliast, what's wrong with you? Anyway, it doesn't accept any one of those two. Okay. Anyway, maybe it's a typo, I'm not sure, but we will see later. So now I have two finished draw 2D, draw and gun 2D methods and draw 3D, and I will add another method that is draw and gun 3D, but these two 3Ds are left blank yet. Let's say that my mod is ready to be pulled. So how we can do that? Well, first of all, we come back into our repo, our personal repo, and we take a look. I don't need you, so ignore the extension, and we take a look. GUI renderer. I didn't change that. I swear I didn't change that. Render parameters. I didn't change these guys. Huh. Discard. Ouch. Yeah. And did I miss something here now? It's the first time I'm discarding something. I'm not sure. Anyway. So, okay. We push all of that. We say draw 2D line and gone finished. Commit. And then we push. Remember, this is our local fork. Okay? Let the push finish. It should be fast after all. Yeah. Now we go back into our personal repo. We say compare our malloc score with the main branch that we sent from Ordinasti. It will say that, okay, there are some differences. We can now say create pull request. And we say, hey, take a look inside GL11 package. Package for drawing and guns and gun and lines in 2D. Line 2D is not finished yet. Okay? We have some things later to do. And we say create pull request. Now what this does is that it's telling Ordinasti, as you can see, we jumped there, that hey, we have a pull request from you. Okay? Project collaborators, and there we go. We say that Ordinasti, hey, take a look, and he will look and if he likes it, then he will merge it to his core. This is how you add stuff to other people's cores. And of course, I want to add some stuff in draw line again. And just a teaser, it's public static, come on, class curves. Okay, curve. And that's it. I won't go into static. What am I doing? I won't go into details about this, but let me show you what it looks like. Well, uh, the very first method is this guy. So remember we had set coordinates, set color, draw. I will just do the draw for you, and this is draw for drawing a Bezier curve, okay? This is the Bezier curve calculations, and you will see that soon. No. Dot disabled and true, comma, true, comma, true. And finally enabled. And that is true, comma, true, comma, true. Okay? And you will see this guy is using the binomial coefficiency calculations, and that was the reason I added it on the math utility. So this is our base for drawing Bezier curves, okay? And the smooth curves, I won't go into details. You can go into wiki pages on Google and search for Bezier like this. Bezier, okay? This is the name. Search it on Google and you will see the calculations and mathematics behind it. But that's the thingy there, okay? And that's it. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. See you in next episode that we will import this core if Malice's core implements it. And then we will call these methods inside our GUI. Have fun everyone. Bye bye.